Hello everyone and welcome to the Crown Royal Truck Series GMC Sierra 250 at Michigan. We've seen a lot of great racing at Michigan. Diego Yepes has been the winner both times, but again, he is in that Shepherd racing equipment that is not as good as his DIY counterparts. Does not think that Diego will win today without some amazing strategy, but do not count him out here. Another driver not to count out, Logan Clouds starting second. It's his home race. He almost won this race back in Season 1 of the Crown Royal Truck Series, but he got the lead, missed a shift, broke the transmission, and just puttered around for the end of that race. He was driving for that Jones Racing Inc. number 2 truck. He starts second, but on the pole is Jefferson, another chase contender with that purple rear spoiler. He's looking to put himself into the championship hunt. Jay has had a pretty decent start to the chase. He is 29 points back. However, he is the highest driver, not named Carson, Bauers, or Logan Cloud, up in the chase. He sits third. Right behind him, tied, Irving Allison rolls off in 10th. Some other chase contenders, though, Murray and Matty Porta. Porta is in 7th after that horrible pit strategy at Mosport cost him a race win. And Murray has had 2 horrible starts, a crash at Mosport, and running out of fuel at Richmond has put him now 34 points back from Carson, Bauers, and Logan Cloud. Those 2 roll off 7th and 8th. The rest of the field, though, hungry. Alex Banyako, Peter Onjak, Riley Spurley-Tube, and Stephen Wallace Jr. all up front here. In that 27, he starts in 6th. He's had a great qualifying performance this season with 6 top 10 starts. However, he only has 1 top 10 finish to show for it. Trying to change that today. Irving Allison rolls off in 10th. Another chase contender, Carter Friesen, rolls off 13th. Carson Bauers 15th, and Anderson Reed 17th, and DJ Kurtis 19th. Horrible start to the chase for Anderson Reed as he crashed out at Richmond, lost him a lot of points, and he got in 2 incidents at Mosport, cost him a lot there as well. One driver to point out, Brandon Morris is back after his qualifying injury from the Valvoline 200 earlier this season. He will be driving the SBR R&D truck. They brought it here as a surprise to many that Brandon was cleared. Jesse Turner will be in this truck at Talladega next week, but Brandon thought he'd come out, get a warm-up in before he comes back racing next season in the Sundrop Custom Series Sundrop Cup Series, for Ryan Butcher's team. Tip Foster back there in 23rd. He's had a good last few races, including a win at Mosport. Looking further back, Maxwell Fye now has Chevron colors on there, 2 different Chevron schemes. The 01 and 16 back there. And DJ Gibson rolling off 36th today. He's going to have to fight hard if he wants to get back in the championship hunt. 43 points back coming into this race. Cannot gain that in one race, so he's just hoping that he does not lose any more to the top 2. And last, Joseph Strigley, Colton Lane. Getting ready to go racing here at Michigan. Jay Jefferson and Logan Cloud leading us down. It's going to be 40 laps here at the 2-mile oval. Let's go ahead down trackside for the commands to fire the engines for the GMC Sierra 250 at Michigan.
Drivers, start your engines!
Pepsi and the NSDCA have teamed up this season to bring you the Pepsi Pole Award for the fastest qualifier in all 22 Crown Royal Truck Series races this season. This week it's Jay Jefferson, his 3rd pole of the season. He's looking to get that 2nd win on the season and put himself further into the championship hunt. Chasing now Logan Cloud and Carson Bauers, with both of them starting in the top half of the grid. He's going to have to drive his heart out, try to win here today at the GMC Sierra 250 at Michigan. And with that, the engines are fired. 40 drivers rolling off for 40 laps here at Michigan. Jay Jefferson and Logan Cloud looking to start off this race strong, starting on the front row. But behind them, 2 drivers who are not fighting for a championship, but instead fighting for that 11th place point standing. Alex Banyako was the driver who just barely missed out on the chase. He was almost in victory lane at Chicagoland. Last few laps cost him, though, as Logan Cloud went around him there. Peter Onjak in 4th. He is up, I believe, 13th. He is 12th, actually, in the point standings. He missed out because there were not enough wild card spots for all the other guys that had wins to get in to the chase. He is 12th, just 21 points back from Alex Banyako. You get a bit of a bonus for finishing in 11th. A bit of bonus TUP as well as money for finishing 11th, just so those guys can fight for something when they're not in the chase. So those 2 fighting for some of those bonuses. Riley Spurley-Tube in 5th. I believe last season this was where he came back after his injury in the testing crash at Indianapolis. He's here, has not won in the Crown Royal Truck Series. One of many drivers who still have a very long winless drought. His first and only win coming back at Kentucky in Season 2 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series here in the NSDCA. But we've seen multiple winless droughts snapped. Peter Onjak, Carter Friesen, both of them being since Season 1 of the MDCS, so that's been a long time as well. Carson Bauers snapped his winless streak last week at Richmond. Jefferson and Logan Cloud leading us down. They both won this season to get themselves into the chase. They've won multiple times. Logan Cloud looking for his 4th. Jefferson looking for his 2nd. They are going to lead us down side by side. 40 cars coming down into the restart zone. And we are green. Green flag is in the air. We are racing at Michigan. And already Porta's jumping out to the outside. You got a couple cars further back. That I believe that might be the 19 of Cody Goforth, or of Gatlin Downey, maybe the 24 Cody Goforth. But as they go into turn 1, Jefferson on the inside, Cloud on the outside. The outside line is very strong through the corners. As you see, that inside line loses a bit of grip. Now Cloud on the outside as a couple cars, I believe, bounced off the wall further back. 3 and 4 wide. You're going to be seeing a lot of here as Onjak and Porta shove Cloud into turn number 3. Now Ben Yacko gets loose on the inside as Spurley-Tube throws his hat underneath him. Irving Allison wide out to the outside line. You might see some cars getting up into that outside wall coming around here as Logan Cloud will lead lap number 1 at his home track. He leads Jefferson 2nd. Now Porta in 3rd, and Porta once more. He's going to look on Jefferson, and he's going for the lead. He doesn't just want 2nd. He wants the race lead entirely, and he's going to go side by side with Cloud coming off of 2. But as we said, the outside line very strong here. Irving Allison bounces off of the wall coming off of turn number 2. That is a tricky place as you're carrying so much speed through these corners. Alex Benyako shoots himself way to the outside. These guys are going crazy trying all the lines they can right off the bat, and I think he might almost gets a piece of the wall there as Logan Cloud's now going to pull away in that 91. Matty Porta clear into 2nd, and it is a gaggle of trucks back here. You got Austin, Murray, Carson, Bauers, Carter Friesen. Problems for Alex Benyako in that 83. He's on the apron as now everyone's trying to shuffle around and not crash each other as Murray picks up a spot on Carson Bauers. Jose Perez bounces off the wall, but problems for Alex Benyako. Heartbreak there for that 83 team as he's down now slow. Porta in 2nd. He's all by himself. Now you got a TSR duo of Jefferson and Riley Spurley-Tube 3rd and 4th with Peter Onjak 5th. Austin Murray up to 6th. It's been a while since he has really been up front dominating races. He's trying to get back into that form. Stephen Wallace Jr. 7th. Friesen up to 8th. Irving Allison moving up. There's your points leader as they enter this race. Carson Bauers on the outside. He's just trying to hang on. Hope they don't crash here. Now Anderson Reed as well. Him and Carter Friesen really need good runs. Better runs than pretty much all of the other Chase contenders to get back into the championship hunt. They are 68 points out for Reed and 73 for Carter Friesen. So that is a monumental task with only 5 races left in the chase for them to make up. Logan Cloud out in front, Porta in 2nd. Matty Porta, he could have been one of the drivers in the points lead battle coming into this race if it wasn't for Mosport. He was leading when the caution came out, barely beat Tib Foster. However, Porta in that 20. The team ran the truck out of fuel as a lot of drivers were doing, but I guess being out front and trying to dominate that race took a lot of fuel out of him. He ended up finishing that race in the 26th position. It was heartbreaking to see that 20 pull down pit road when the rain started hitting. Porta in 2nd, though. He knows how to come back from a very large point deficit. He almost won the championship last season after entering the last race pretty much as a non-factor. He was only 8 points away from beating Diego Yepes in the championship hunt. Porta has a strong truck this season. He's up in 2nd, still looking for that first Crown Royal Truck Series win. But he and Riley Spurley-Tube, who you see just moved into 3rd, both of them looking to break long winless droughts. Both of their wins stretching back to Season 2 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series. Paul Jackson in the 13. He's the inaugural Crown Royal Truck Series winner. His last win came at the Mountain Dew Custom Series finale at Kansas just about 2 years ago. And now Paul Jackson is up here as Matty Porta gets a run off of the corner down to the bottom of Cloud. Here comes Spurley Tube, top to bottom, making an elevator move. And he's going to shove his Dodge counterpart, Matty Porta, into the lead. Now the question is, can he hold it as Cloud's going to have that outside line? 3 wide for the race lead. Through turn number 1 as Cloud backs off. Here comes Porta with the run off of the corner, and it's side by side for the race lead as Jay Jefferson tries to make a move on Spurley Tube. Porta clear into the lead. Now Spurley Tube pushing Jay down the bottom of the track. As we said, the bottom line, it can work, but you really got to drive it through there as Jefferson does make the pass happen on the inside line. Look who's up into 5th, Carter Friesen, as they're back at it for the race lead. This could be 3 chase contenders, 3 wide as Jefferson throws that 48 down to the bottom. 8 laps through this race already, and they are 3 wide once again for the race lead as they head on through. Jefferson on the inside. Cloud's going to shoot up the middle and clear back into the race lead for that number 91 truck. Peter Onjak, heavy hit into the outside wall. That's devastating there. Anderson Reed now has 2 Fords helping him. Paul Jackson and Stephen Wallace Jr. Murray's up here. Irving Allison's up here. Now there's Carson Bauers in that 25. He's going to have to drive hard to get on going here. But look back here at Brandon Morris. He's up inside the top 20. That's some TUP range. So you see he has been out of a car since last season. He's not been in a truck in a race since last season. But it looks like his speed might still be there. He's still winless in the NSDCAs. DJ Kurtis is all over him. They better watch right there. And now Kurtis and Morris are making contact. Don't think they're too happy with each other as they come off the corner. And that allows Zachary DeLello to sneak on by. DeLello, of course, that was heartbreaking not to see him in the chase as he was in it both seasons prior and as well got his win this season at the season opener, the Crown Royal 300. It just went downhill for him since then, but now he's fighting just inside the top 20. DJ Kurtis fighting on up. Alex Peters started this race very far back in the 38th position. He's actually up to 22nd, might be looking for 21st on Morris here. Ryan Butcher as well. Zachary Fitzwater was a great qualifying effort on an oval for this team. Got an 18th place starting spot. Falling back a little bit. There's Austin Johnson. The 0-1 this week is Roger Ray's. Colton Lane bounces off the wall. There's DJ Gibson. This could be the race that takes him out of the championship hunt, but he has been in the chase both seasons and was pretty quiet in both of them. But this season, more quiet than ever. Last season, he won at Pocono. This season, no wins, but he was 4th in points entering the chase, and wow, that was a great performance for someone who we never really saw on TV much during the season. He's one of the quietest drivers in the chase, but he is bad fast when stuff hits and stuff gets together correctly. Diego Yepes with the Shepherd Racing truck. The equipment's just way too slow on these big 2 miles. Last time we came to a 2 mile was Auto Club. That was when he was in the number 99 for Shade Burkhardt Racing after Brady Burkhardt's suspension for 1 race right off the bat in the season. Diego right now sitting 38th behind Maxwell 5, fighting with Larry Hagan, Sebastian Kukulon, and Joseph Strigley. Back up front, Alex Bignaco's actually back out on track, but up front it's Cloud now over Porta as they're battling for 3rd between Friesen and Jefferson. Riley Spurley to Boston Murray. Now Anderson Reed. He's a 2 mile expert. He's won every race he has won has been on a 2+ mile oval. Daytona in season 3 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series. Pocono, and as well 2 wins at Watkins Glen, 1 in Trucks and 1 in Mountain Dew Custom Series. He's bad fast on these courses as now Carter Friesen diving very low on Matty Porta as Logan Clouds trying to pull away like he did at Auto Club. These guys are fighting, but again, Anderson Reed, a 2 mile oval expert. They have a fast truck. Maybe he'll be able to snatch himself a win today in that Penn State number 41. Battle for 10th is Irving Allison and Stephen Wallace Jr. as they're going at it back here. Irving trying to keep himself up in the chase hopes. He's 4th in points, 29 back. But with Logan Cloud being out front and dominating like this is bad for everyone, including Carson Bauers, who does not seem to have the speed that he had at Richmond. He's right now 15th. Of course, Richmond, a short track, this a big oval, and we've never really seen the Auto teams, except for Anderson Reed, be up front that much at tracks like Auto Club and at Michigan. But Bauer's still a very strong truck, one of the best cars in the chase right now, and might be the one to beat for Logan Cloud, maybe even Austin Murray if he can gather it back up these final 5 races. But Carson Bauers struggling in the back. Hopefully his pit strategy might be able to clean that up. Up front, Matty Porta's taking the race lead back against Logan Cloud, but there's still Going to be side by side heading into the corner as Clouds going to use that outside line. Porta using the inside, trying to get the run off of the corner, and he will clear. Give it to Matty Porta. He's been up front a lot this season, just has not been able to capitalize. Thought he had it at Mosport. Give him that lap lead. 14 of 40 complete here at Michigan. You know what? Let's go ahead for an NSDCA nonstop. We're seeing some great action here at Michigan. We'll bring you guys back to the action after this.
Tired of getting a bad break when you try to brake? Afraid your brakes are going to break on you? Well, time to break dance because this is your lucky break. Robesto's is the top name in brakes around, so you can be assured of getting a good break. You don't have to break out the phone book or a search engine, as most auto parts stores carry Robesto's products. Best of all, Robesto's products are sold at good prices, so you won't have to break the bank when breaking out your wallet.
Take it from me, I've had plenty of things break on me inside a race car, but the last thing I want to break on me is my brakes. Robesto's gives me the comfort to outbrake my opponents and break a losing streak. Switch to Robesto's, the best in brakes. Proud sponsor of Logan Cloud and the entire Pedal to Metal Racing organization.
The perfect summer has a voice. If we listen close enough, we can hear it. It whispers, one more game, one more swim, one more round. And it speaks softly through the cool nights, murmuring one more log, one more marshmallow, one more walk along the shore. The perfect summer is waiting. The perfect summer is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
Back live here at the GMC Sierra 250. Matty Porta continues to lead. Carter Friesen has made himself into second, and as you saw over break, Logan Cloud was held up by Alex Benyako a little bit, fell back to fifth. Alex Benyako, we got the official report, a cylinder lost in the 83. That's why he's pretty slow. So he will work his way through the pack, hopefully not hold many people up as he's going to hold his teammate up, Irving Allison. But that'll allow Allison to get to the inside. Hopefully everyone else will be able to work their way around. Brady Burkhart in this 99 kind of running higher than we expected him to be after a disappointing season. Coming off of a 2-win season, he's now seated outside of the top 15 in points. He's 19th coming into this race, which is heartbreaking for that SBR team with their star driver. But that's allowed Irving Allison to really become the star driver and almost into Riley Spurley tube. Good thing we came back to that because that could have been a big one. One thing to point out, look at how this race has come down. The top 7 drivers are all in the chase. The only 3 other drivers being Carson Bauers 14th, DJ Kurtis 19th, and DJ Gibson 26th. That's where the rest of the chasers run. But the top 7 all chase contenders. Top 6 are right now forming up into a pack with Irving Allison trying to catch up. So if you did not think that the chase was made up of the best, you see now these guys all out in front. Some of the best equipment here, the fastest trucks, and they are right now fighting up front. Logan Cloud hoping that he could win this race in front of the home crowd like he's wanted to the past 2 seasons as Friesen now jumps to the inside. And look at Austin Murray. This could be the threat. Murray and Cloud, both of them racing to tie Diego Yepes' record of 4 wins in a season. Diego's 4th and final win last season came here. Now, Murray and Cloud trying to make this work. Remember, though, this is a different package than we ran last season, and some tracks it doesn't work out, like the 1.5 miles, but these 2-mile ovals have seen some great racing. You see closing rates are still pretty big, but these guys can pull away and actually pull into the race lead and hold on some. Cloud was able to hold on pretty early as he's going to bring it down for pit stops. 21 of 40 complete. Hopefully this time, unlike at Mosport and Richmond, hopefully this time these guys can make it to the end. They're pitting just after halfway, which suggests that they should be able to make it to the end of this race. Fitzwater, Lane, and Hagan all come down as well. Now Friesen up there. Jefferson going bottom to top, and now look at the momentum he has on Matty Porta. A giant run down the back straightaway. He's going for the race lead into turn number 3 in that number 48 truck, and he dives to the inside of Porta, but I think now, yes, he will be coming down pit road. We'll see if Porta will as well, and that will be the case. The top 5 guys coming on on in. The chase guys, everyone except Cloud and Irving Allison looks like they're coming in together. Spurley Tube flies in. I thought he almost hit Anderson Reed there. And don't forget, we just saw DJ Kurtis stay out on track, Alex Peters as well. So there is the majority. Pit road getting real busy as Colton Lane now comes on out. Hopefully he won't mess up Carson Bauers' pit stop. And Lane will actually not, so that's nice for Colton Lane to let the chasers kind of do their thing. But out in front, now DJ Kurtis, that's going to try to give him a bonus point, so that's important for his point standing. That might be why they did it, especially because he was so far back. But Alex Peters has been on the charge. These guys were seated about 19th or 20th before pit stops. Now they're coming in. There's Eli Bright. Benyako is on a different strategy. He came down pit road. Of course, you put on those 4 tires, then check what the damage is. He is multiple laps down, though, which is heartbreaking there. There's Logan Cloud coming back out. There's Irving Allison. So if that's the gap between Cloud and Allison, that's a horrible pit stop for Irving. Here comes Porta, though. He's back out on track. There's Jefferson, Carter, Friesen, Reed, and Murray. We're going to try to find where Logan Cloud is. And there he is, right there. There's Matty Porta. So it looks like after pit stops, Cloud's way too far back to get much speed on these guys as they head on through. It's about 20-mile-per-hour difference, so he'll get into second. But it's Matty Porta in the race lead for that number 20 team. Could this be the day that he finally gets that race win for Sauber? We still have just over 16 laps to go. So that's another 36 miles or 32 miles. Logan Cloud, though, clearing to second, and he's going to be gaining on Porta. However, these two pretty much matched evenly. Both of their trucks very strong, as well as Jefferson and Friesen. Basically, the 10 chase trucks are basically the 10 fastest trucks in the garage. There's no doubt about it. Carson Bauers, very strong, but he's just been struggling back in traffic today. Maybe he won't get a race battling for a race win today unless a caution comes out. But if he could just pick off some drivers like Peter Onjak, Zachary DeLello, maybe work his way just into the top 10, could be important there. 10th right now is, I believe, between these 3 or 4 guys right here. DJ Kurtis, though, a great pit strategy. The long pit, he stayed out after everyone else. He's now inside the top 10, so a great pit strategy for both him and Alex Peters. This could be an absolute almost a last to first challenge for this 45 team. They're up inside the top 10 already. Back up front, the top 3 have condensed back together. That's Porta, Cloud, and Jefferson. 3 of the top teams in the NSDCA, Pedal to Metal, Sauber Racing Team. There you see the DYI number 85 a bit further back. Anderson Reed clearing to 5th as he's going to be fighting ex-Onge Auto driver Austin Murray for 5th and 6th. 7th is now Jake Galloway, a great run there. Alex Peters up to 8th with Paul Jackson 9th. Kurtis 10th, and Foster going for his 3rd straight top 10. This would be a great turnaround to this season. Of course, he won Most Sport, and even if he won before the chase, I don't think he would have been able to get one of those wild card slots, but he's been doing great ever since that Most Sport win. He's right now just outside the top 10 here at Michigan. It's a great improvement for that 40 team. Spurley 2 back to 12th, Burkhardt 13th. Bauers now working around Zachary DeLello. That's for 14th and 15th. Bauer's going to lose a bit of time there. Maybe the outside line will get him a run back around. Logan Cloud has taken the race lead back, as I saw on the ticker there. Ryan Butcher, there's DJ Gibson. Not a great pit stop, but he's up to 20th, so that's great. Diego Yepes up to 22nd, so he's on the move towards the front. That's good to see. Jose Perez has really lost out on it, and Irving Allison, we got to see what happened on that pit cycle because he is now 35th in that 82 truck. It's not good. Nathan Stapleton, another driver who was on fire the last few races, 2 consecutive top 10 finishes. And there's Brandon Morris. Must have been something on pit road because all the SBR trucks just failed on pit road. Now Brandon is 39th. You got the 82 and 35th. It's not a good day for them as the battle up front. Jay Jefferson, Logan Cloud, Matty Porta, and Carter Friesen, your top 4. You see the 2 battling further back, but this could be the war for the race win right here. That second pack now of Paul Jackson on back to Tip Foster's all together. You saw that bright orange Carson Bauers further back. But now these guys up here, Friesen, he does not need these guys up front. He needs them to be all in the back. He basically needs them to crash while he wins this race to get back into it. Same with Anderson Reed. They could pick up as many points as they could now, but Logan Cloud is still up here, and he is right now only 3 points behind Carson Bauers. Entering this race, he would be the points leader coming out of this one. But Friesen and Reed, they don't need to be racing these guys for the win. They need to be winning this race while the rest of these guys are outside the top 30. That's the only way that they're going to pick up any meaningful points this race. As Porta now looks to the inside of Logan Cloud for second. He's going to the very bottom as Jefferson's now trying to check out in that 48 truck. And as we said, these this new package that's more similar to the Cup cars for next season than it was to the trucks last season. They're faster, so they don't top out down the straightaways at these big tracks like they would last season, forcing them into packs. Draft is still important because these things are really clunky still. But you see how the field has spread out compared to last season. There was a big pack when Diego Yepes made the move for the race win. Right now, the top 6 single-filed out, pulling away from the rest of the grid. DJ Kurtis clearing to 7th, so he's trying to make the chase guys back up front. Carson Bauers is still fighting DeLello, Downey, and Onjack. If he can clear that, he might be able to get up to Galloway, Foster, Burkhart, Spurley Tube right up here as Paul Jackson's really going after DJ Kurtis. The battle up front is just these 4 chasers. Jefferson, Matty Porta, Logan Cloud, Carter Friesen is now dropped back. Cloud using that inside line. As we said, the inside line kind of horrible. Outside line where it's at. There's Brandon Morris, and if you remember last season, this one team, it was not good for him because he did crash Diego Yepes for the Chase Championship. Hopefully he'll just stay out of the way this time. He's just trying to get a race back around, and he did plead with the NSDCA to let him just run this one race, and they said, why not? He is not allowed to run at Kansas for the finale or the final 2 races of the season due to his history, but he will be allowed to run the Crown Royal Truck Series next season if he wishes. Jefferson out in the front, Logan Cloud second, and you got Friesen versus Porta for third. Back in 5th, Anderson Reed now being caught by Austin Murray. That second pack still going at it. Bauers just hoping that he doesn't lose a lot of time. And I'm going to take a look. There's DJ Gibson. I thought it was Gibson. Now he's up here trying to fight Carson Bauers. It's not going to help him too much in the points battle because Logan Cloud's so far up as he's about to wreck Peter Onjack. Carson Bauers way to the outside, and that might work for him if he doesn't hit the wall. Big run to the outside as he went wide, but DJ Gibson, he's made a move from the back to the front, started 36th. He's right now just inside the top 20. Doesn't look like his points day is going to go so well, but he is up. He has gained a lot of spots. 3 wide back here. It's Foster, Burkhart, and Paul Jackson. In the middle is Alex Peters clearing to 7th. This is a fantastic run for this 45 team. He did win Auto Club earlier this season, so these 2 miles might be his bread and butter in the Crown Royal Truck Series. Up front now is Anderson Reed has caught Carter Friesen. Logan Cloud is into the race lead, and now Reed and Murray are in this. It's going to be a 6 chase contender battle for this race win, barring no cautions. Morris is out in front in that number 1. He's a bit up the road. Don't know if he's slow enough that they will catch him. We will see the difference in that timing line this time by across the start finish as Jefferson now fights back on Cloud. Big run and almost gets into the back of that 91 as he dove it in through turn number 3 and 4. Gets the run off the corner. Cloud remains in the race lead. We have 6 laps to go as they cross the line. Brandon lost about 1.6 seconds last time by. I think he will be a thing that these guys have to navigate. As Carter Friesen and Anderson Reed have both dropped back now. Austin Murray trying to get himself into this front battle. Logan Cloud now Jefferson all over the back of him. I think Friesen just got a piece of the wall, but here comes Jay in that 48 down to the inside of Logan Cloud. There is 6 to go. Coming around to 5 to go here at Michigan. It's been clean and green. It's going to come down to 6 trucks battling for this race win. Murray now all over the back of Matty Porta. That's for that 3rd position as he's trying to get that 4th win on the season. Friesen and Reed trying to work together further back and catch back up. The draft is still pretty strong here. In off-season testing, this is one of the tracks that Logan Cloud circled on his calendar to see some testing at. And it looks like it is proving worthwhile. There you see Morris in that 1 truck right up in front. Jefferson now down to the inside, side by side once again for the race lead. And now Jefferson trying to slide around in front, and he will clear him off of the corner. Tries, and he does give the lead to Jefferson. 4 to go here at Michigan, and now these guys are going to be fighting as Austin Murray now has Carter Friesen all over the back of him. Jefferson out in front trying to hang on over Logan Cloud. back in third. Porta trying to hang on as well. We're looking. Brandon is going to be a threat. He's right there, as is. DJ Kurtis sits 10th. Carson Bauers has dropped back to 16th. He's just fighting in that second pack. Now, there is Morris. He is in that R&D truck, so it definitely is much slower than it should be. Jefferson gets into the back of him, and now him and Cloud down to the bottom. There was really nowhere to go. Morris was in the racing line, but when you're only a lap down, or going a lap down, you have every right to it as long as you're not that slow. But he is pretty slow. Porta now going to try to dive to the inside. Jefferson trying to use that outside line to pull away, and he will. Now, he clears himself off the corner. There's another SBR truck. Alex Benyako. There is Nathan Stapleton. Irving Allison has gained a few spots. He's up to 33rd, but it's not going to be good for him. Colton Lane on the bottom. I thought he was coming pit road. But they're going to have to fight through Alex Benyako once again, and Benyako is very slow. Down a cylinder. It's not really driving that fast for that 83 truck. Jefferson trying to pull away. 2 laps to go here at the GMC Sierra 250. Can Jay clear this 83? Yes, he will into turn 1. Looks to the inside now. Cloud with a big head of steam to the outside. Going to clear Alex Benyako and coming back after Jay Jefferson. Porta is going to look to the inside of Benyako. If he can get that move done. Benyako's blocking him. Now Cloud is right on the back bumper of Jay Jefferson once again. Porta clear into third now. Austin Murray looking for fourth, but no, Benyako fights back on the outside. Maybe they repaired that, or maybe Porta's just that slow. But here we go. It's the white flag here at Michigan. Logan Cloud looking to win in front of his home crowd, but Jay Jefferson is your race leader. Murray, Friesen, and Reed, as well as Porta, fighting for that third position. Jefferson out in front. He wants to win this race and show that he's a championship contender, looking for his second win on the season. This would be the first time that he would win a second race on the season. But now, down the back straightaway, they are too far back. If he hits 3 and 4 perfectly, it's his, and he does. Coming out of turn number 4, give it to the Texan, Jay Jefferson, his second career win down the front straightaway. He will win the GMC Sierra 250 at Michigan. DJ Kurtis comes home behind Tip Foster. There's Carson Bauers. I think that's 15th for Bauers, and yes, it is. That's going to lose him some spots to to Logan Cloud, but he will still be up there in the championship standings. He definitely did not lose 29 to Jay Jefferson, but Jay is third in points coming into this. I think this win will now establish him as a true championship contender. Season 1, he lost it to Peter Onjak. This is now where he wants to redeem himself, and now this is his first win that he has not won on a track twice yet. Of course, this is his first win here, but he's won twice at Chicagoland. He's won twice at Richmond. Now he adds Michigan to that list. Jay Jefferson comes home with the win, and Logan Cloud, runner-up here at Michigan. It's going to grab him the points lead, but you know he really wanted to win this race with his special paint scheme as well. But Jay Jefferson keeps it up. Austin Murray back in third. Porta fourth. Friesen, Reed, and those guys all finished the top 6. That's 6 of your 10 chasers. DJ Kurtis will come home 12th. Carson Bauers 15th. DJ Gibson, a valiant effort, up 18 spots. He comes home 18th. But in the back, Irving Allison 31st. A horrible pit stop for that team. Costs them everything. We are going to go ahead and take a look at the point standings shortly, but Jay Jefferson, fantastic performance for Texas Star Racing. They nabbed their second win on the season, and the first time Jay wins a second race during a season. He is now 1 in 4 of the 5 NSDCA seasons. He has won in season number 1 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series and all 3 Crown Royal Truck Series wins. This is his 4th Crown Royal Truck Series victory. We thank you guys for tuning in to the GMC Sierra 250, and this should be great for all the owners. No trucks were torn up. Of course, the SBR duo, a bit slow due to pit stops and an engine malfunction, but For the most part, everyone stayed clean and green. 40 laps, and it comes down to a 6 chase truck battle for the race win. Jefferson makes the move to the inside, and he comes home victorious. That will surely boost him a little bit in the championship standings. Carson Bauers is going to lose a lot to Logan Cloud, but Jefferson is going to pick up a good few. Irving Allison, that might be the nail in the coffin for his championship hopes. Kurtis did not do outstandingly compared to the rest of them, so he's going to lose a bit more time. Austin Murray finishing up there will probably salvage his and Matty Porta's championship for both of those drivers finishing up front. Gibson, Reed, and Friesen, I think they're going to be a little too far back now by not being up front in this race for very long. I don't think that none of those guys are going to be able to run for this championship, but Bauers, Cloud, Jefferson, they are going to be the 3 to watch heading in to next week at Talladega. It's going to be a big 2.5 mile super speedway for a lot of laps. I believe 38 on the schedule there. It's sure to be exciting like these super speedways are. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the GMC Sierra 250. We head to Talladega next week. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time on the NSDCA.